Welcome back, Kuma Crew. It is once again time for a Keymailer Cozy Corner special, as thanks to the people over at Rogue Duck, we are going to be taking a quick look at a new job simulator game called Shipping. This beautiful little game will see you unboxing goodies just to box them back up again and send them on their way to new homes. Items come in a few different forms, mainly a lot of clothing, but you also get some magical items, cups, skateboards, and all sorts of other things. It isn't a hard game, and that is probably why it is very much a cozy game. Whilst the game has 3 difficulties, there isn't much to it, and mainly the differences is the amount of time you have to do things. It increases, giving a much higher chance of mismanaging something that you are doing and getting yourself a penalty. So what are we doing in this game? In Shipping, all you will do is sit at work. Boxes come in on a conveyor belt, you pick them up, open them with your knife, unpack them, and then find out what your customers want and pack those items back up in a new box and send them on their way. You'll need to pack them properly with packing peanuts, fragile items being wrapped in bubble wrap, dirty items being cleaned, and broken ones being pieced back together. You tape the box back up after Tetrising it all back into the box, put the right stickers on, put the right details in, and voila! That is it. You have done a full day of work. That isn't all there is to the game though, but this is where I feel it gets a little weak. More on that in a second though. I really like how you play this game. It isn't just a click and do kind of thing. You'll pick up the boxes and place them down, then you have to actually pull your knife across the box to open it. Even the bubble wrap you have to actually pick up and then wrap it around an item. When you end the day, you even put your own boxes onto the van. I enjoy that it felt like it tried to simulate actually using your hands. It wasn't just click on this, then everything else, and then you were done. You had to put some thought into it. None of it felt janky or badly done either. It moved smoothly and just worked, and that is what you want from a game like this, for it just to work. That being said, whilst the gameplay loop of Ship Inc. is solid, if a little on the short side, there is one huge problem the game suffers from the moment that gameplay loop is done, and that is no attachment to what you're actually doing or any progression to work towards. What do I actually mean by this though? Whilst this is a job simulator, it also has a little bit of a life simulator to it as well. You don't just do the repetitive work loop, but you then do come out of work and have a home to go to, and you have to pay bills every day. If you missed 3 bills in a row, then it is game over. That is the only game over you really get. I don't mind this, but my main problem is, who am I and why do I care other than not to game over? I feel the game lacks a little bit of story, which can play into the progression complaint I have. We are a blank slate, which isn't always a bad thing, but in a game where you then have to go and buy your own work equipment and pay a bunch of bills, it just feels like a kind of soulless way of doing it. In a way, this game does remind me of Papers, Please, and yes, I compare a lot of games to Papers, Please. That game lives rent-free in my head. But the problem we have here is we're just doing these tasks for the sake of doing them, whilst in Papers, Please we have a character who has motivation for all that they do. It isn't much of a story, you don't get to see much of yourself, but it's enough of a story that you feel compelled to continue. Personally, for me, Ship Inc. fizzled out after an hour of playing because I just didn't care about why I was doing any of this anymore. An easy way to spice this up would be to lock things out for the player. We have a number of shops we can visit to buy supplies for the job, from cardboard boxes to the extra stickers you'll need. You can upgrade them to have more on hand, replenish them, and indeed have to unlock them to begin with. There is a lot of things that if you get the money you can unlock, but I never felt the need to do so other than the stickers. The only reason I felt that way for the stickers is if you don't sticker a box correctly, you get fined, so it is worth having them all, even if they feel useless at times. They'll show up randomly, so unlocking them all as soon as you can is the main goal, and then after that, there really isn't anything to motivate you to continue to unlock things. Now, this, as I keep saying, is a personal thing, and I do plan on doing a playthrough of this for Cozy Corner in the next week or so, giving you more in-depth look at what we can do in the game, with the end goal of getting to like day 50 or something like that. I have to admit, when I played this after being given the key, I kind of walked into some buildings, saw the things I could do and went, well, why would I, and left again, and that is something I need to go back and look at, so we'll have a proper look at that very soon. With those complaints out of the way though, I have to admit I really enjoyed the game. Maybe not as much as I wanted to. It is a good turn off your brain and play a game to keep yourself busy kind of thing. It is something I could easily turn on whilst watching a video essay and needing to keep my mind and hands busy at the same time. It also has a lot of weird additions to it, which are quite fun actually. As I said, items can be delivered dirty, so you have to sponge them off, which is kind of funny when you are sponging off clothes, then throwing them right back into boxes to be sent out. Other items will come in broken, and you have a little puzzle to put them back together. Sadly, those puzzles are always the same, but it is a nice touch. We'll have gift certificates sometimes that can be sent out as well. Plus, to keep the game very random, a cat will show up sometimes and steal your box. You'll have to work around him and open a new box and do things, even though everything's cluttered and you could just pick up the cat and move him. You also have a few other ways to spend your money. You also have a few other ways to either spend or make money. For some reason, this cute and cozy game lets you steal items and then sell them at the end of the day to events. There doesn't look to be any consequences for doing this, so why wouldn't you if you have the items left behind? Maybe there are consequences, I just haven't seen them yet. You can't reuse the boxes that come in with the items, but you can recycle them, and I think you have to, and that gives you a little extra money when you end the day and go here. We do get warned about throwing boxes around when putting them in the truck, but no matter how much I try to break things, it didn't actually seem to break anything in the truck, so that doesn't seem to be a thing. Getting orders wrong, forgetting to bubble wrap things or put the right stickers on will give you a fine though. At the same time, some orders come in, and if you complete them fast enough, you get a bonus. Outside of work, you have this lovely street that you work and live on. These are the stores you go into to replenish your stuff, as well as a bank to put your money in and other things. You have this little rec area where you can buy a drink for bonuses on the day, and a bubble wrap scratch card where you can win items to use during the day. Our fence for items will move around the map every day, and then you have your house where you get to pay your bills nightly, and this quest board where you can make some money doing the quest, which mainly you'll just do automatically as you go through the game. There is no real challenge, and that's fine. Not all games need a challenge. I can't see anyone not making enough money to always at least pay the bills. You only really get one a day, unless the bill suddenly gets super high later in the game, and again, not all games need to fill you with fear that you might lose either. I would have just liked something to hook me into the game a little more. Ship Inc.'s biggest strength though is how beautiful it is. This game looks fantastic. The street outside is so pretty to look at, all the items are nice and chunky and well detailed. It uses a very colourful palette that is very easy on the eyes, yet fun and inviting. We also have a lot of cats, and they are cute because a cozy game without a cat is apparently impossible. I don't know guys, I love cats, but why can't more bears be in cozy games? We're cozy too, you know. Never has a bear been anything but cozy. We're big and fuzzy and cozy. Genuinely would recommend this game for anyone looking for just a fun little time. It didn't hook me as much as I hoped, but I do want to do a longer playthrough as I said on the Cozy Corner soon. Till then, the link to the game is in the description below, and thanks once more to Rogue Duck for the key.